If you're looking to upgrade your RTX 3070, I've got a few options here for you. The first option is going to be the RTX 5070. This has 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and currently on Amazon, it's $499 with this listing here, which I'll leave a link below to it, so you can check it out, and hopefully it's still available if you do decide on this. This is going to be a solid upgrade if you're not looking to spend a whole lot of money, and especially if you still game in 1080p. If you do game in 1440p, like I just recently decided to switch to, then it's going to be maybe slightly underwhelming, especially if you're trying to play on high or maxed out settings. Then the 12 gigabytes of VRAM is definitely going to be sufficient for 1440p, but maybe not the most ideal. But for this price point at $50 under the MSRP at $499, I think it's actually going to be a pretty solid upgrade and something overall you would be happy with. I had actually ordered this card to upgrade my own RTX 3070 until I decided on something else, which we're going to get to. So this is the card I actually ordered after I canceled my RTX 5070 order and decided that, you know what, I'm going to go to Team Red and get an AMD GPU for the first time. So this is what I had actually ordered for $730. Not the best prices on it, but this is a really good card, in particular this Taichi 9070 XT. This has 16 gigs of VRAM, so it's definitely going to just totally crush 1440p gaming, pretty much any settings you want. And overall, it's going to have much better price performance than some of these NVIDIA cards. And it's definitely a tier above the 5070 anyways. And with me, I'm making the switch finally to 1440p, so I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to take full advantage of a high refresh rate 1440p monitor in the games that I play. So that led me to deciding to switch from or cancel my 5070 order, which I was happy with, and the price was definitely more appealing for sure. But I decided to make the jump and spend some more money to get a 9070 XT, this one in particular, and I was definitely feeling good about that, especially because I mostly play Call of Duty. I do play other games, but I usually play competitive games on lower settings. Especially Call of Duty, I know runs really well on these AMD cards. So I was going to be getting very, very good FPS numbers with this, which is part of what made it so appealing to me. But then the more I got thinking about it, I also do a lot of productivity stuff as far as Adobe Premiere and Adobe Photoshop, and things like that, recording videos. So I was a little bit on the fence about the encoding of it. I know AMD's closed the gap a good bit in a lot of regards in terms of their encoder competing with NVINC on the NVIDIA cards and stuff. But I was still kind of having doubts, even though I was very excited about the FPS performance I was going to get in games for my money. So basically, I decided to cancel my 9070 XT order, although I think it's a phenomenal card if you're looking to just purely game and maybe do a little recording. It's definitely capable to record or stream with. But for me, I do a lot of video editing and things like that. So it kind of scared me away from it. Otherwise, I would really, really like this card, especially for those really high FPS numbers and the overall really good price performance. I think you can't go wrong with this. But as you can tell right here, this is what I decided to go with. It is more than I wanted to spend really, but from what I found available, I was most happy with this price for what it was and the reviews and this specific model. But I decided to get the 5070 Ti, which is the one I'd been wanting for about a year anyway, or pretty much since it came out. I decided this is probably going to be my ideal next upgrade. So it's going to be a significant upgrade. Best numbers in Call of Duty specifically won't be quite as good as that AMD 9070 XT, but it is still NVIDIA, which I'm just comfortable with as a content creator and someone that does a lot of video editing and things like that. I basically just know what I'm getting. I know it's going to be the best for that, so I don't have to worry about that. So it's a little bit of peace of mind thing for me. Even though it was $830, I don't really like that price a ton. I have seen worse prices. So overall, I think I want to be very happy with it, even though I am spending a lot more than that original $500 for that 5070, which I think I would have liked, but I think I would have been leaving some more to enjoy with my new 1440p setup. Especially as time goes on and these next few years pass. I think this one's going to be well worth the price for me, so that I don't feel like I'm leaving something on the table and wishing I had a little more performance, and maybe I should have just got that 5070 Ti. So that's just how I feel about it. That's going to do it for this video. This is sort of my thought process as I've been upgrading my RTX 3070 and what I decided on and my reasons. So I'll link below to all the cards I went over in this video down below. They're affiliate links that help support the channel at no extra cost to you, and it's greatly appreciated. As always, thanks for watching.